Wagwan guys, what's going on? I hope you're doing well. I cannot complain myself. So Bhad Bhabie basically had a sit down where she talked about she discussed her relationship with her baby father Levon, and I think she talked about her mom as well. I got a clip I'm gonna play for y'all. I'm gonna basically cut it up into two separate parts, two separate segments, and I'll react to it. But basically, she was talking about Levon, her baby daddy, because I think they end up getting into it, and it was, I mean, you know, it was, they were kind of like maybe, you know, like rough housing or each other, and that stuff kind of gets out of hand at some point in time. And yes, you know, you have like young love to a certain degree, but it's not okay for y'all to be putting y'all hands on each other. It's not. But I want to say this too. You know, that does not mean that, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean that you need to break up. It doesn't. It does not. Things have happened. I've seen good relationships, like super good relationships that were not perfect, where infidelity was involved, where like, you know, cheating. Both of them kind of like, you know, hitting on each other, completely, you know, off the walls, right? But they stayed together, and you could see the strength in their relationship, right? I will say that before I play this first tape, because a lot of people, a lot of people are, you know, they're like, throw the baby out with the bathwater, right? One thing went wrong, so, you know, the relationship needs to come to an end. No, that's not how things work.
So happy that I didn't leave him, because I would never find what I have with him in anybody else. And it's gotten so much better. It's like a whole different ball game. And it's like, I always think about it like, damn, if I would have left, I'd be missing out on this.
But then it's also like the opposite end of the things could be like, what happens if, you know, like, it's not even about you leaving him. What if it's the other way around? Like, it's just, I want you to be happy. I want you to feel loved. I want your daughter to feel loved. I don't know what it's like to be a mom. I know what it's like to be a woman.
So you saw Bhad Bhabie basically singing Levon's praises, saying like the relationship's getting better, and she's so happy that she did not leave. And the interviewer, it was a good question or a good scenario she posed, because she's saying, well, it's not even the fact that you're gonna leave the relationship because of his infidelity or how the things are going in the relationship, but she said that because it was very publicized. A few people talked about it. I talked about it maybe once or twice, but I think he was somehow messaging, or he had some type of dealings with Alabama Barker, right? And like I say, I made like one or two videos, and I think what ended up happening was they conversed, but I'm not too sure if they were actually hanging out, because a lot of things went on. They went back and forth with diss tracks to each other, but if my memory serves me correctly, I believe that they were just messaging each other, and I'm not too sure if they ever got like a chance to hang out. So that's my thing, right? You know, and even if like they did hang out, that's not something to be like, okay, you know, the relationship's over because you hung out with another chick who's famous because like she has a famous dad who is known for his drum skills and he's dating a Kardashian. So like that, you know, that's good reason right there. Like, no, people have connections. He's, you know, you never know what he's trying, how he's trying to grow and how he's trying to expand whatever he has, whatever, you know, basically he has going on to a certain degree, right? And now I will say to a certain degree because, okay, you're in a relationship with Bhad Bhabie who's doing her own thing as well, and not saying that you need to go through her in order to, you know, make your dollar stretch, but I'm just saying, like, you don't know what connections or, you know, what individuals could bring if you guys are trying to work on something creatively, right? So I'll say that. Now here goes the second clip, and I'll play this clip for you guys now.
Through so much shit with my mom. My mother has done unspeakable things to me. You know what people say? Even online. That's your mom. That's your mom. Why don't people say that's your man? So it's okay.
Like, so because you're not blood, so because he's
even
not your blood, you have to put up
child,
with it.
Even tied with a child.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? People,
like, your mom could do unspeakable things and you have to tolerate it or forgive it
people
or get over it
always
because
say
it's your mom.
she should still respect her mother. She should still respect her mother. And people are going to say, oh, because she gave birth to you. No, y'all say that about brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, cousins. Y'all do that. Y'all say that. When it's family, it's okay.
It's not, though.
No, it's not.
It's
but
not
I'm saying, why should they have to stay around him after what he's done? But just because I had a black eye once and he cheated on me means I should leave him forever and break up a...
And I'm going to say this really quickly. You know, I think her diss track to Alabama Barker, that was, I mean, it was good, as well as Alabama Barker's, you know, diss track back. They both were like good. But other than that, Bhad Bhabie, she has some good music. I think I was listening to one of her songs and I was like, it was a catchy song, and I was like, oh, that's a catchy song. And then I looked up at it and it's, you know, it's her, she's on it, and I'm like, oh, okay, you know, it's a nice song. So she does have good music. But I'm gonna say this. So it's good that you can identify and you can say, okay, look, we're having some situations where, okay, she said maybe she had a black eye or they were getting into some type of physical altercation with each other. It's good that she can identify and she can say, okay, now we're growing. And then she did say they moved on and they're doing a lot better than they were before, you know, and you don't want that to repeat itself. And I'm not saying that this is gonna, don't make it a habit. Do not make it a habit, right? That would be my only advice. Yes, there is some counseling. There is different things that you guys can do to mend that relationship. And because no relationship is perfect, there probably is a perfect relationship, but everyone has done something wrong, regardless of what category it falls under in a relationship. These things happen, and instead of, you know, sweeping under the rug, she's addressing it in this interview. And I believe that, okay, if she feels this strongly about it, then I think she's doing the right thing by talking about it. And since she's going to stay with him, then I guess it's the only right thing to do. And they're young. Maybe they were getting into an argument. Some things like that you kind of have to watch. But she did say, she made a comparison to how, you know, she's been through a lot with her mother, and basically in comparison she was saying that relationship is worse off than her relationship with her baby's father, Levon. So I can understand that, but she did say that she brought the point where people are going to say, oh, that's your mom, and like, okay, yeah, that is your mom, I will say that, right? But even if it is your mom, you still love your mom, but certain things you just you can't really allow. If you're trying to grow and you're trying to become a better person, just some things you really can't allow. If a person is continuously showing you this bad behavior or negative behavior, then you have to try to make things work. Or if they can't work, then that's probably a relationship that needs to come to an end. So I understand what she was saying in that clip. However, I'll say this, and lastly, just tie this up in a bow. I think that she has the right idea. People will probably listen to it and they'll be like, bad idea. But I think her concept of trying to make a relationship work is good, and she's open, she's talking about it. I think that's good. And hey, I wish her and Levon the best. I'm not saying she needs to break up with the guy, right? They have a baby, right, together. If they can make things work, why not? Why not try to make things work if that's what you guys are both trying to do. So that's what I got for you guys. Peace, man. I'm out. Like the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hope to see you guys here back again. Ciao. I'm out. Peace.